Support for today's episode comes from the Waynesburg Milling Company, a proud supporter of our local Greene County 4-H and FFA. Whether you need show feed, supplements, daily care supplies for your projects, or farm essentials like fencing, bulk seeds, pet food, they've got it all. Stop by your local farm, pet, and garden store at 387 South Washington Street in Waynesburg, or give them a call, 724-278-8109. Waynesburg Milling Company, supporting our community's roots. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the GreeneScene Podcast. We're definitely going to have a fun time today. We happen to have with us some members and leaders of Greene County 4-H clubs. Some of you are familiar with 4-H. Some of you have been through 4-H. Some of you don't really know too much about it. Well, today you're going to learn, and we're going to investigate what it means to our community and to the people who are participants in it. So we can get started now. I want to introduce my guest today. I'm Shelly Brown, your host, and we have with us two of the leaders of Greene County 4-H clubs, Robin Archer, who is the leader of the Steer Club here, and Tracy Cole, who's the leader of the Lamb Club. Hi, Robin. Hi, Tracy.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, welcome to the podcast. We have a couple of members also. Zach Butler is from the Steer Club. He's a member there, and he's with us today. Lillian Cheek, who works with the Lamb Club, is with us. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. All right. Okay, so we're going to start, folks, with just talking a little bit about the people who are with us here today and how you got started. Lillian, let's just start with you. So you're a member of the Lamb Club. We know that. What else can you tell us about yourself?
I've been in 4-H for 4 years.
4 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in Waynesburg, but I go to West Greene because my dad's in West Greene.
Your dad's, okay. And that's where, is that out in that area where you have your lambs?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good. What about you, Zach?
I'm a member of the 4-H Steer Club, and I have been in 4-H 4 years also.
4 years also. Okay.
Yes.
So have you done a steer every year?
I did 2 pigs, and this is my 3rd year of steers.
Okay. Good. Where do you live?
I live in Greene County, which I live closer to Jefferson.
Okay. And that's where you have your animals and such?
Yes.
All
It's
right.
a family farm.
It's a family farm. All right. Good deal. And what about our leaders? Tracy, tell us about yourself.
I live out Oak Forest here in Waynesburg. We have sheep and goats on a farm. I have been a lamb leader for 42 years.
42 years?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because you don't look that old, Tracy. Seriously.
Yeah,
No, she's old. I'm older, but she's old.
We're pretty close here, the two of us. So was in 4-H all of my years from 8 till I aged out at 18, and then I went right into being a leader after that. I started in the Steer Club for a couple years, and then the Lamb Club needed some leaders, so I switched over to that, and that's where I've been involved since. So
Wow, lifelong.
I'm seeing
She's
a
a lifer.
retirement
She's a
in
lifer.
my future. I'm seeing a pension plan coming.
Right.
All right, Robin, you say you can top that somehow?
Well, I don't know. I, too, have been in 4-H since forever. I'm pretty sure Tracy and I both started when we were 8, about the same time, and aged out at 18, went to college, didn't quite like what I was doing in college with the vet school, so now I'm a veterinarian. I work with Fix Your Cat up in Washington.
That's how I know you.
Yeah.
I knew you.
Yeah.
Robin Archer,
So,
the vet. Yeah.
Yeah, we live out near Windridge. We have a farm. We have cattle. My kids are trying to get me into raising goats. I'm not a fan. They're too closely related to sheep. I've been a leader. I started out with the Beef Breeding Club, which is now melded into the Steer Club, probably about 8 years ago, I think.
Okay. And, I know that that's what you guys have, but what other, somebody, I don't care who answers it, what are the other clubs that exist in Greene County? Can anybody answer that?
So there's a swine club. They actually,
Right.
the Market Hogs had their check-in last night. I believe we started a sewing club this year.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if there are any
We have
other.
a rabbit club.
Oh, yeah,
a rabbit
about
club?
the rabbits and the
Yeah.
goats.
Goat
And
club.
goats.
We have had a shotgun club in the past. This year, they did not have leaders that were able to do that because there's special training for that
Okay,
leaders
firearms,
have to
yeah.
go to that's more involved, and it's hard when parents are working to do that. So that's been a club that we've had in the past, too.
Yeah.
Sheep breeding club, it's incorporated with the market lamb. So if you're raising breeding sheep, you can show those at the fair under 4-H as well.
And I know that although there may not be a isolated club that 4-H, but if you're a member of any club, you can still do other projects if you want, like photography or
Yeah, so
sewing.
they
you know,
have
say-
books
yeah.
for those at
Yeah.
the
Right.
extension office for pets, photography, like I
Robotics.
think
Robotics, yeah.
anything you one can think of. There is a
We used to have a dog club too.
Yeah.
I don't know, that kind of faded out. And horses. There's a horse club.
Yeah.
Greene County's kind of unique. A lot of the other counties have small, like local clubs.
Yeah.
Greene County has countywide clubs.
Right. Like they're more topical rather than
Right.
geographical. Yeah. That is unique. But I mean, I can see how it works well for especially for the livestock, because
Right.
you all have the same project and interest, so you can steer each other that way. When I was a kid in 4-H, we had local clubs. Like every town had its, or community area had its own club. I was in Teen Trail Riders, which was a horse club. So that happened too there. But a lot of times there was, this town's club, that town's club. But
Right.
it is, I think both ways work. Depends. Well, how cool. All right. So now you guys have all met our guests that are here today. Let's talk to you guys about your experience. I'm going to start with, we learned a little bit about you guys. Lillian, you've been for 4 years, right? You've been involved. So how old were you when you joined? Well, how old are you now?
12.
8. Then you were 8, right? Okay, that's how old you have to be.
Yep,
Right?
yep.
Okay.
you have to be 8 as of January 1st.
So what made you get involved? I mean, how did that come about?
Well, we have cows on the farm,
Okay.
and I love working with them and stuff. And then I just got into it, and
Yeah.
then I decided to do lambs.
Lambs. So you grew up then on or with farm animals. So you've been involved really in livestock all your life. And now you're just doing it through 4-H as well.
Yeah.
And to be in competitive and that sort of thing. You put lambs in the shows and how have you done?
Not really.
Well, yeah, you still got time. What about you, Zach? How'd you get involved?
Well, some of my friends, they were doing swine, so I decided I would do swine. And then I enjoyed the pigs, but I wanted something a little, I thought it would be calmer to do a steer.
Okay.
That was
Not necessarily
not
true, was it?
necessarily true. No, so I did a steer and a pig, and a pig with the steer, it was too much.
Okay.
So I ended up just doing a steer, and now I have my steer Wayne this year. And I started 4-H when I was 9.
Okay.
I'm 14 now, and it's been a roller coaster.
It's been a roller coaster.
It's been fun, and then there's been challenges with everything, and then it has been. I have enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's very fun.
Even though
bet.
you had a broken finger last year.
Even though I did have.
Okay, was that the pig? That was a steer.
That was a steer.
How'd that happen?
Well, I was, in the morning, we like to do like a little practice show.
Okay.
So the day of the show.
We're talking during the fair.
We're talking
here?
during
Okay,
the fair, yeah. And I was walking him around, and he didn't like the other steers. It's just, the behavior of the animal.
They have
never know.
personalities too, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
But he just jumped and got away from me, and when he came back down, he ended up on my thumb.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm better now.
Okay, good. I'm glad. You healed.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So that, that just opens the door, though. What are both of you? Let's hear about challenges in doing what you do. I mean, mostly these animals, you raise them in order to show and compete and sell, right? That's what your goal is.
Yeah.
You're not, and I don't know whether you breed some at home too or whatever, but okay, mostly we're in competition here, and that involves the county fair. That's where you do that. So what are some of your most challenging experiences when you're doing this? Go ahead, Lily.
Probably like at the end of the week, getting rid of your animal.
Oh, having to let it go?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is emotional, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a business, you know?
Yeah.
That's why you raised them. So what, you feel the same way, Zach, or?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
It depends.
Depends on the animal, maybe.
The thumb breaker.
The thumb breaker, you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, all right. Well, what other experiences are you going to share with us? What do you gain from it? What do you like about this?
I get to see my animal grow.
You like watching them grow. Okay. So, what kind of work's involved in that, Lillian?
You gotta walk them daily.
Okay. You're training them in that way.
Yeah.
They don't just run around and eat grass and you don't see them until fair time, right? That doesn't happen, does it?
No.
Okay. So give me a day. Give me a morning, a day in the life of a person raising a steer for show.
When I go in the barn, I clean out the water bucket and then fill it with fresh water, give them fresh hay, feed, walk them, set them up when it's cool so they're not too hot.
Right. And you have your lambs sheared?
Yeah.
So do you do that or do you have a professional
I
shear?
do it.
You do it yourself. You go, girl. How'd you learn to shear?
Well, Carly taught me.
Carly.
White.
Okay.
And my mom helped me.
Ah, your mom. Yeah. Well, good. Well, you learn from people that know what they're doing then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I heard a little story earlier. I want to repeat it here. You were asked who really inspires you a lot. Isn't that what the question was? This is not during our podcast, but I'm going to make it during our podcast. And what was your answer?
Carly White.
Carly White. Okay. So nobody else? Mom sitting here saying, what? Hello, here I am, you know. She's been doing it ever since you were born, Carly, so we'll give credit where it's due. All right. What about you, Zach?
Well, a day in the life of me.
Yeah, you do the cattle, so.
Yes,
the steer.
so it's a little different. So I wake up, I go outside, feed and water the steer. I actually have two of them. So I loaned my friend a steer, and I'm paying for the feed. And then when it comes to sell it, he'll pay me back.
Okay, wait. Let me understand that. You loaned him the steer.
Yes.
To use as a
project.
As a project.
And
Okay.
then I am also feeding that steer, and it is kept
At your
in
place.
our barn.
Okay.
And then when it comes time after the fair, he'll pay me back.
I gotcha.
So
Okay.
I actually have two in the same barn
That you're taking care of.
that
yeah.
I'm taking care of, and he helps me.
And
Yes.
I was going to
So,
ask
yeah,
that.
he's
'cause,
participating.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So that's what's going on. So we wake up, the water pan, it needs to be cleaned out. It gets
Funky.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so we water them, we feed them, and we hay them. And then later in the afternoon, we usually walk them. So we walk them around the barnyard. We set them up. So setting them up is we have a show stick. I don't know if you've
I've seen them.
watched it.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. We set them up for a minute, and then we bathe
Set them
and
up
groom
means to
them.
make them stand how they need to stand if they were in a show ring.
Yes.
Yeah. Now you're talking about the whole time that you're raising this steer.
Yes, this
From
is-
what age to when do you get them?
Usually in the spring.
Our weigh-in's in November. So they're
Yeah.
born in the spring. Zach's taking calves that are born on their farm. So
Okay.
he's kind of been around and messed with these calves from
So they
from
start as a
March.
calf, the little
Yep.
calf from March, and then every day, through March through November,
No,
or through the
they're-
sale.
till they're out in the pasture till they get weaned, and then they bring them in probably in October or so they can handle them at that November weigh-in.
Okay, and then that's for the July or
That's for the
August,
August
sale
fair and the following
All right.
year.
Okay, so you've got this going on all this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then after I've walked them in the evening about 7 o'clock, we feed them and water them and hay them, and then the rest of the night they can.
Are they in a barn?
They're in a barn, yeah.
Okay, so did they go to pasture during pasture season?
No.
Okay, some do probably, but not all. Yeah. All right. So we've got a little bit of an idea of the life of a livestock member's life leading up to the show and the sale and the fair, and what's the life of a leader involved in? How do you help, Zach?
Well, I've been out to Zach's a couple times, and he's, I help him with showmanship, and Sometimes kids are having trouble getting weight on their steer, so you go and see what they're feeding and help them adjust their feed rations so that they gain some weight.
So that's another thing of interest that people may not really understand. Most people have maybe seen the livestock show at the fair, but it's not just the steer or the lamb that's being judged, is it?
No, sometimes, I mean, in showmanship, it's the kid that's
That's
being
right.
judged.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
have to practice that. The lambs, I think, are the hardest to get those little buggers to learn how to brace. And
What does that mean? Explain that to somebody who's not braced a lamb.
leave that to the lamb
Oh,
club
that's
later.
that's a Tracy question.
Bracing is when you set your lamb up squarely and you kind of push your leg against their chest, or they're kind of leaning into you. It just kind of tenses all their muscles up and makes them feel a little bit firmer.
So they're just-
but
they're
it's
kinda
not
like-
an easy thing to do. There's some lambs that learn to kind of push against you very easily, and other ones you put your knee in their chest and they're going to back up clear across the ring. So, and it doesn't matter how many times you practice, they just don't seem to get it
Just
in their
like
head.
Yeah. Well, again, they have their personalities,
Yes,
don't they?
yes.
Sheep have short-term memory issues too, so they forget
And-
who you are and what they're supposed
Yeah,
to do.
from one day to the next, they may not remember to lead, or when you put a halter on them. Yes. So.
Well, okay. I bet if the swine club leader was here, they could tell you about that. Some other stories.
Well, they actually had check-in last night, and I happened to be there. And one kid called in. We can't get my pig loaded. What do we do? So they had to give him some creative options for getting the pig. They finally got him and got there with him. So
Yeah, they can be pretty
yeah, they have a mind of their own.
slippery little things.
The first
big
year my
things.
boys showed pigs, my husband tried to put a halter on the pig and make it go where he wanted to go, and that didn't go very well.
That doesn't
at all.
work, does
No.
it? No. All right. Well, let me ask you guys in general, for those that are, whether it be youth or anybody who's interested, what would you say if someone said to you, "I've been thinking about 4-H. What should I do, or should I join? What's the why would I want to join 4-H if I were a youth? What would you say?"
I say start as soon as you can. If you have the space to do, whatever, whether it be a rabbit, a pig, whatever it is, I would say take that opportunity to get involved, because it is truly a great thing, and you'll grow so much in learning daily responsibilities like feeding, watering,
Right.
Grooming, whatever that might be. Mm-hmm. It's going to help you very much in the future and prepare you for a real career in whatever you might want to go
Really?
into.
You- for any career, the
any
discipline that you learn is
Yes, the discipline and the responsibilities, and it's waking up and having an animal, it's waiting out there for you to feed it.
Right.
And it's waiting for you, and you are responsible for it.
Well, and what about let's talk just a little bit. You're saying any career. Well, the reason we have careers is we need to make a living.
Yes.
Right? So what do you learn about financial responsibility?
I say a big thing is feed tracking. So when you go to the feed store, you have to get the receipt. You have to I put it in Excel.
Okay.
So a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And then marking those dates down and, the money.
Your
and
costs,
seeing,
yeah.
when you sell your animal, did you make a profit?
Right. I mean,
You
it
know,
sounds simple, but if you
it's-
don't do it,
If you don't do it.
and many people, there are. I mean, I'm aware of. That happens even to people. If they don't keep track of they don't have the budget. They don't know that they're losing money or gaining, and how much they are, and what else they could do with that money too. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys do? When you sell? What do you do with Lillian? What do you do with the funds that you receive?
Well, we put it in a bank account.
Okay.
And save it for my future.
For your future. Okay. So have you been making a profit the last 4 years? Good deal. What about you, Zach?
Well, I have a bank account, and I have a Fidelity youth trading account.
Youth training account.
Trading.
Oh, trading.
Trading.
Okay.
Like stocks.
Oh, an investment
investing.
account. Okay.
Yeah, so I put a lot of my funds from 4-H into that. So not only will it grow in a savings account, but it can also grow in stocks. So I will invest
Man, I
in
can see the
stocks.
future for this guy, can't you? That's impressive.
Yeah,
And who gave you the idea to do that?
my dad.
Yeah, go.
Yes.
He's like, all right, way to go, Dad. That's really good. I like that. So earlier we were talking about the different projects that members can pursue, even if it's not livestock or they don't have a place to have livestock, like you mentioned earlier. And Robin, you mentioned things about different. What are some of those?
So if you're interested in you want to think about showing cattle or you want to think about showing sheep, but you're not really sure, you can actually come to the meetings, join the club, participate, in all the educational activities without that animal. You can do that.
Do you have kids doing that? Have had or at times?
We have, not in the clubs that we have, but we have a young man, Gabe Willis. He was at the farm show a couple of years ago and saw them showing turkeys, and he loved the idea of showing turkeys. It's really fun to watch. And so he wanted to take a turkey. So because we don't have a poultry club in the county, he was able to get the book and go through the book and complete the project.
I see.
Without actually having to show it at the county level. Because at the farm show, if you want to show on the state level a market animal, you have to have that project on a county level
before you can take it.
Yeah,
and
before
compete
you
up
could
there.
go there.
But since there was no turkey show here, he could
do
just
that.
take it straight.
Yeah, because he completed the project and
How did you do at state?
I think he did pretty well.
Good.
Yeah, it's really
Who
neat
was
to
that?
watch. Gabe Willis.
Gabe Willis. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what are some other non-livestock projects that people can participate in?
There's the sewing club.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, and if you want to grow a garden and take some vegetables to the fair, you could do that too.
Right. Well, I guess anything that the fair has that you want to compete
Right.
in, you could.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
photography.
There's a lot of
and
photos.
actually there are a lot of 4-H programs that have books, guidelines. Even though there's, like I said, not a club.
Right.
They can do it.
Yeah,
They can
there's
get the project and get the experience of the record keeping and the education that comes with it.
Yeah, the extension office has a long list of project books that they carry that the kids can choose from.
What did you mention about a county council, Zach?
Yeah, so county council, that's kind of the parades. So I think that more handles the parades, like the Jacktown Fair.
Oh yeah,
the
we have a
parade there.
big parade there. Yeah.
Yes. So they're making decisions for the parades more, and they don't really have much of an input in steers or livestock like that.
No, but I think county council's designed more to develop leadership roles.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's the older kids in the 4-H, and it's to their responsibilities to promote 4-H, promote activities that all the 4-H kids can participate in, like riding the float in the parade.
And all that develops. That develops their communication skills,
Correct.
Public speaking skills. We were even and in the livestock clubs, you guys have to go out and find your own buyers, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is salesmanship, right? I mean,
Yeah.
listen, if you can sell, you'll never be without a job. I'm serious. That's my occupation. I've done that all my life, and it is true. I used to wonder why they didn't have sales as a college degree but I started learning it in 4-H.
Yeah.
And for that same reason, and in fact that I sold door to door in my neighborhood from time to time, just sewing actually.
Yeah.
But, potholders. I went out and sold them.
Okay.
So what do you do? How do you find buyers?
Well, we get buyer's cards, and we can go on a buyer's walk.
A buyer's walk.
Yeah.
Explain.
Well, we all get in a group and meet somewhere, and then we get split up, and then we walk through town and go in businesses.
Into the businesses?
Yeah.
Okay. And invite them.
Yeah.
Okay. What were you going to say, Zach? How do you find buyers?
I have pieces of paper like flyers, and we just drive around the county and hand them out to businesses, and do a little spiel about who I am, what my animal is, what I'm doing, and the dates of the fair.
Right.
And then we also do that on the buyer's walk, like Lillian
Like she
said.
just
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then after the fact, I've seen this as I've done some announcing at the shows. I think this is cool too. How do you thank your buyers?
Like a gift, like gifts
Do
and
you
cards.
do gifts, cards, and anything
And
else?
then-
Well, that's good.
Well,
Gifts
yeah.
and cards are good.
Gifts and cards.
I remember a sign one time when Pam and I had purchased I don't remember whether it was a lamb or a steer that several years ago, but anyway, the student put up a sign at the fair that said, Pam and Shelly rock. This was a few years ago. And we were like so tickled. That just made it, for us. So, and that's a good education too, don't you think? Don't you guys think so?
Yes. It teaches kids responsibility and follow through and gratitude to thank their buyers for coming to support them at the fair and just coming to see their animals. And there's not a lot of that kind of gratitude, it seems, anymore like there used to be. But it's nice to get a thank you where somebody truly appreciates what you've done. And we try to tell the 4-H kids to, thank their parents, thank anybody that supported them through the years, thank the leaders, thank anybody at the fair that helped make their life easier as far as setting up pens and helping them through the week. And I mean, it's nice to get those thank yous once in a while.
It sure is. I can remember watching the little stack on my desk grow after the fair. I'd get a card and it'd be from one of the 4-H members, and then I'd get another one. I'd have a pretty high stack. And it just warms you, and you're like, well, sure, I'm going to help out again. That's what, why wouldn't I? And that doesn't always happen, like you said, these days.
Right.
Yeah. All right, well, I don't think I'll be putting you on the spot. I want to hear the motto, the what we say. Is that what you call it, a motto?
The 4-H pledge.
The pledge. Well, everybody join in that knows it. You lead
It's
us.
my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living.
My club, my community, my country, and my world.
I love it. I feel like applauding. That's really good. And it says what it's all about, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. All right. Today's episode is brought to you by the Greene County Fair, returning August 9th through the 15th. Bring the whole family out for a full week of fun, featuring the Demolition Derby, truck and tractor pulls, a thrilling rodeo, live music, livestock shows, carnival rides, of course, your favorite fair foods, and brand new this year, live pro wrestling. For a full schedule of events, visit greenecountyfair.org. We'll see you there. Well, let's let's go back to some experiences. I want to talk specifically about the fair. Everybody, we're going to go around. Lillian, you're first. What's your favorite fair food?
Funnel cake.
Funnel cake.
Or
Okay.
fried Oreos.
And fried Oreos.
Yeah.
You can't decide which one. They are equal. Got to have them both. What's yours, Zach?
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy. Aren't you old-fashioned?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Tracy?
Ice cream.
Ice cream's always a winner. Yeah. Robin?
The ribbon fries up at Jacktown.
The curly fries?
They're ribbon. They take a potato and slice it so they're like potato chips,
Oh,
but they're all
string
connected
out
together.
like a slinky kind of. A slinky. I like the brick of fries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to put a lot of hot sauce on mine. Though.
There you go.
It's all good fair food. So, do you have any recollections of incidents or things that have happened at the fair that we know about? Your broken thumb or finger or whatever. What about you, Lillian? You ever have any exciting things happen at the fair while you're showing? No, nothing.
No.
Okay.
I was walking in the show ring one year and my cow stepped on my foot.
Ouch. Ouch. Yeah. That would be embarrassing too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen it happen where they get away from some students sometimes too, or don't want to exit. They don't want to go out when you're supposed to go out.
Or they lay down.
Or they lay down. They just lay down.
Yeah, they're tired. They've been standing for a long time, and they just lay down.
Yeah.
It's great.
Right in the show ring.
Right in the show ring. It's wonderful.
Boy. Yeah.
It's a whole unique world for them. I mean, they're used to being at home in a quiet environment, and they come into this fairground with flashing lights and people everywhere and noise, and your quiet steer at home may turn into a crazy. Anxiety steer at the fairgrounds until they get accustomed to everything there.
Or you may have one that's a little crazy at home because he knows he can get away with it, and he gets to the fair, and you've worked with him enough, and you're the only thing he knows, and he sticks right to you.
Yeah, he's scared to. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it could go both ways, and you never know which one you're going to get.
When you step off that trailer, you just better be ready because you're not real sure at that moment what's going to happen when they see everything different than they've been used to. So.
And you had mentioned they've been standing. I was thinking about the grooming too. That's something that you don't do typically at home. That happens during Fair Week, like the poof tail or the sparkly
Fuzzy legs.
all that stuff. What are some of the things you do to slick them up and make them look like some movie stars?
Well, last year I had a show steer, but this year I just have a black Angus. So there's Robin knows this. There's not much
You can do to.
I can really do, because black Angus, they're just black Angus. They lose their hair in the summer. In the winter, they're fluffy.
Oh.
But in the summer, the hair's gone because they want to stay cool.
Okay.
But for a show steer, like Robin has, the real fluffy ones you see.
What do you have, Robin? What kind?
We have a variety. We have Semitoles. We have Shorehorns. My oldest son's really into the Shorehorn cattle. So
But there's a big difference between an Angus.
Oh yeah, no, the Angus do, like Zach said, they're pretty slick haired. They're not fluffy, and we like the fluffy cows.
You like that? Okay.
But there's at our house when my boys were showing, they would rinse. We'd have a freezer that we fill with water, and they would put a little sump pump down in it and rinse the steers with the ice water morning and night.
Just to keep them cool?
Just to keep them cool, which promotes the growth. And
because they have that much hair, more hair.
Yeah, and you got all the windows covered up and sunshades across the doors and fans running, so they stay cool and think it's darker, it's winter, we need to make more hair.
Has there been a trend, a change in the popularity of different breeds of beef?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like what did we go from to? 30, 40 years ago, what was there? You can answer that one.
Like 50 years ago, I had the grand champion steer that weighed 1,076 pounds, and he was the champion heavyweight crossbred.
Okay.
I'm helping a kid this year. His steer's going to be over 1,400 pounds.
They got bigger.
Yeah, they got bigger.
Okay.
And, it's a trend in the industry that fewer cattle, cattle numbers in the United States are the lowest they've been in years. So the fewer cattle, you got to
Produce
more people
more,
to feed. You have to have bigger animals.
Yeah, you have to produce more, huh?
Yeah.
So what are the popular breeds today? I know mixed breed is very common.
Oh yeah, that's the most common thing, and even in the breeds themselves, they are crossing them up. So you have the Sim Solutions, which are Semitoles, and whatever.
This happened with dogs too.
Yeah,
crossbreeding has become
it's the new hit thing. So
and sheep have changed over the years. I know I used to work with the Sheep and Fiber Festival, and just looking at the history of wool in Greene County. And there was a time when merino was it here, and that's really changed a lot too.
Yeah, years ago, Greene County was like one of the top wool producers in the state.
Yeah.
And we don't have too many sheep anymore.
Not too many.
Tracy's got a couple.
Yeah. Has that gone to crossbreed mostly too, or is there something?
Yeah, and that seems to be better meat producing if you cross a Hamp and a Suffolk, and the purebred is not so much of what everybody raises anymore. If you go to the fairs now, it's more the crossbreed slick shoring classes are the biggest classes at the fair.
Yeah.
Very few people have a Hamp or a Merino or a straight Suffolk with papers anymore. It's just
good old Luke Krause is always going to bring his Merinos in.
Luke Krause in the county still has his Merinos and wool breeds, but
Yeah. Well, that was it's fascinating, and of course, I don't think they're involved much in the fair, but at the Sheep and Fiber Fest, we used to see a lot of, I want to call them boutique type sheep. They were for wool and fiber mostly, but the little dollies things or whatever they're called, they look like little, they're so cute, like little bears or something.
Was it doll sheep or something that are?
The Cotswolds have wool all over their face.
Yeah.
I have 3 kids. All 3 were in 4-H. My last one is 18, and this may be his last year. But when he was probably 4 to 5 years old, he was already getting involved at the fair, and he and another little boy, Emmett Whipke, had a brown goat that we showed at Jacktown in Greene County. And goats you can show till they're 100 years old if you would like. They have a class for 5 and over. So this brown goat, from little to older, made the fair many, many times over the years.
So he got used to the atmosphere.
Yes, and he and his friend Emmett would drag this goat around at both fairs, and they would sell it to people, offer it for sale for $5, get the $5 off the people, as they were like, oh, look at the cute little kids. Yes, I'll give you $5, and then I'll take my goat. No, we're not going to sell it now. So several people still to this day go, yes, I remember Brendan selling that brown goat at the fair, and I was supposed to take that home with me.
Year.
Yeah, there was free kittens for sale one year with a sign.
Well, we were talking about learning how to sell.
Yeah, well, he was selling long before he started 4-H. I'm pretty sure.
Probably, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, he went over to see Robin with a groundhog that he had caught in the corner of the barn. She was kind of chasing her around the barn with it a little bit to show her his new pet that he had just caught. So, he's...
Archer Gump caught one last night at the pig check-in and was carrying it around.
Well, there are numerous. It's like
that's what
prairie
they said. There's like 4
at
over
the fair.
there.
Yes. We saw them at the fireworks set up the other day. They were popping up everywhere.
Yeah, they're heavy this year.
Yeah.
So they're going to be
real happy
going
about
to
that.
the fair.
They'll be experiencing that.
Wasn't too long ago we had
experience.
a recipe in the GreeneScene for how to cook your groundhog. Yeah, seriously, yeah.
4-H to me is, I think of it as a generational thing. My kids, I was in 4-H, Tracy was in 4-H, both of our kids,
Obviously,
they've all grown up through it. Lily's mom was in 4-H.
It's a family
it's
thing.
It's a family
isn't it?
thing, yeah.
Yeah,
And I told my kids when they were little I was going to teach them how to work if it killed me, and that was the best way I knew to do it, was to make them responsible.
Yeah, give them the chores to do.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what, as Zach was explaining earlier, that shows up later in life. You can apply that to any occupation or career that you have, that sort of discipline. We have a little habit that we do here with the podcast, and we call it our lightning round.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to ask you some questions. Now, these are questions you haven't seen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know. So I'm going to go around and ask you a question, and we'll just see how you respond. All right, Lillian, this is for you. What's harder, spending hours grooming and clipping your animal, or just hoping they stay clean for 5 minutes before you enter the ring?
Hoping they stay clean.
Because that's the one you can't control. All right, Zach. And you may not have had experience with this personally, but you've observed everything at the fair. So the question is, which animal is the trickiest to keep in line?
Lambs.
Really? They do pass the pigs in that, huh? Oh, he's thinking of it. Yeah, wow.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. The pigs, they walk.
They walk.
And you just tap them with the
Yeah.
whip.
And it was
If
a
you
steer.
practiced beforehand.
It was a steer that broke his finger, and you got stepped on by a lamb, right?
No, it was a steer too.
Oh, it was a steer too? Okay. But it didn't break your toe. She's got one over on you there. She's tougher than you are, Zach.
I guess so.
All right. Tracy,
Yes.
in exactly 3 words, describe what the Greene County 4-H community means to you.
Support, friendship, leadership.
Good. You guys agree, huh?
Yeah.
That's a good one. You did good. Yeah, all right. Robin, for the leaders, this is for you, Robin. What's the best part of the job? And I'm going to give you choices here.
Okay.
All right. Is it watching a kid win a grand champion ribbon, or seeing them help a teammate whose animal is misbehaving?
Oh, seeing them help a teammate. That's the best. That's absolutely the best.
It is. I thought about mentioning something when you were talking about your friend who's the steer. They work together really, even though they're competitive. You're competing against your teammates or your club mates, so to speak, right? But they support each other.
Yeah. When we had our spring weigh-in this year, I actually gave the seniors the task of picking a junior member and helping them and kind of being responsible. So we had a showmanship clinic, so I made the seniors help the little kids with showmanship. And then I said, now at the fair, make sure you're checking in with these guys so that if they need help or they have questions, you can help them out. So
Yeah. That's, again, we're talking about what we learn. And that's the type of skill or education, habits that we want to develop and goals that we want to have,
Right.
that we need to use all our life, huh?
Yep.
All right. We could go on all day about 4-H and what it means and how it helps not only the individuals who are participating, but our community in general, doesn't it?
Right.
I mean, I've seen the crowds there at the sales, and you've talked about the buyers that you go. I mean, I've seen buyers from other counties come in here and say, "Whoa, gee, it's really, you guys, man, you really, they spend some money."
Yeah,
and we do, and
Our
that's
kids
good.
are very fortunate and very blessed by the community and support
Yeah.
that they get.
So I think we want to this is a good note to end on too. We want to thank all of the businesses that, especially that right here and locally in Greene County, but everywhere, that support this program in general, all of it.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah. Too many to name right here, but it's who you are, and not only with just with the livestock sales, which is a big one, but throughout the year and all of the different programs that the Extension Office and Greene County 4-H offer. Well, I want to thank all you, too. I want to thank you and all the other leaders in the county that are maybe listening for the dedication. You don't get paid for this job. This is something that you invest your time and your energy into for the benefit of the youth and the community here. And a round of applause, right, for the leaders, all right, and for the smartest kids in the county who participate in Greene County 4-H. There's room for you there. No matter who you are, no matter where you live, there's something there for you. And if you are wise, you will take advantage of it, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So thank you, Lillian. Thank you, Zach, Tracy, and Robin, all for being here. And folks, I want to thank you out there, the ones that are listening out there. I hope that you've enjoyed this and maybe taken away some information that you didn't have before. Share it with your friends. Be sure to let us know if you ever have an idea for a topic or a person or a place or something in Greene County that you think you'd like to explore more. We can do a podcast on it. You need to get in touch with us. Let us know. And we ask you to be sure and tune in to the next episode.